What is going on, Knicks fans? Welcome back to Knicks Media. Good morning, everybody. Last night, the Knicks absolutely obliterated the Washington Wizards. And in this video, I want to talk about why what we saw last night is the best sign this Knicks team could have had, which is Jalen Brunson absolutely having a phenomenal game. 26 points, 11 assists, and 0 turnovers. All right, if Jalen Brunson can continue to play this level of basketball with the way the Knicks are playing around him, I'm telling you guys this right now, this Knicks team is going to be a dangerous squad. We saw the Knicks against the Brooklyn Nets on Sunday. Everybody around Jalen Brunson had 20+. And now we had Jalen Brunson himself lead the way with 26 and 11. And, of course, Cat had his usual 24 and 12. This is a really fun team. And I know it's the Washington Wizards. They're not the greatest team. But this is what good basketball teams do. They beat up on the bad, and they string together some wins. Now the New York Knicks are winners of 3 in a row. And I want to share my thoughts and my biggest takeaways of what we saw last night from the New York Knicks and my biggest takeaways and what we're seeing from the rotations of this Knicks squad. We also had a really good game from Jericho Sims, so he deserves some love in this video as well. So Knicks fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments right now. Smash the like button and let me know your thoughts. Let's get into the video. Big shout out to BetUS as always for being the proud sponsor of Knicks Media all season long. Don't forget to use the code YouTube150 when you guys sign up for BetUS to utilize that 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% on your next two. That's up to $2,000. Big shout out to BetUS as always for being the proud sponsor of Knicks Media. They got awesome Knicks future bets, prop bets, all you need over there on BetUS. Now, you look at what the Knicks did against the Washington Wizards. It was an easy game from the jump. It was an offensive barrage. 134 points. This was phenomenal. The Knicks were absolutely dominating from the opening tip, all right? And this is something that we want to see, is the Knicks not having heart attacks, right? Rather, Knicks not giving us as fans heart attacks watching these games when they're going up against lesser opponents like the Washington Wizards. We don't want to be struggling against these lesser teams. We want to be going out there, especially on our home court, and assert our dominance, and that's exactly what the Knicks did, starting with the captain in Jalen Brunson. Now, I want to really focus this video more on Jalen Brunson than anything because I feel like he's the captain of the ship, and he hasn't really found his MVP, All-NBA, All-Star abilities yet this season on a consistent basis. We've seen flashes of it. We've seen him put up 30+. We've seen him have fantastic nights, but there's been some times where Brunson has not really found his rhythm. And I think a lot of that for Jalen Brunson that I'm learning right now, which is really exciting, Knicks fans, is he's figuring out a way to how to be the real point guard, the floor general, right? Brunson with the Knicks have never really been the true floor general. What I mean by that is being the facilitator, being the primary ball handler, and leading the Knicks in assists. Because I feel like now Jalen Brunson understands that he's got Karl Anthony Towns next to him. The pick and roll game and the pick and pop game, you see the chemistry brewing. The 1 and 2 between Brunson and Cat, it's getting better and better as the season goes on. We're seeing Jalen Brunson finding OG Anunoby, cutting back door. We're seeing Brunson understanding his teammates more and more. So this is really exciting when Jalen Brunson gets more comfortable with the players around him, because he was extremely comfortable with Dante DiVincenzo, Julius Randle, and those boys, and now he's got that chemistry on the way with Cat, with Bridges, and the boys. So that's something I really want to talk about. The fact that he had 26 points, 11 assists, and 0 turnovers really tells you all you need to know. He's taking those tough shots. He's pulling up from 3 in transition. He had the game-winning shot last Friday. I think this is the beginning of the Jalen Brunson MVP type of season, and I really, really feel like early on in the year, everyone was worried about Brunson. I never was, and this is the example. I know it's against the Wizards, but you look at these few game sample size. When he missed that game winner on Wednesday against Chicago, and then he won the game on Friday against the Brooklyn Nets, that was the beginning, I believe, of the Jalen Brunson show this season. Now, getting into Karl Anthony Towns, what more could we say about what he did? 24 and 12. It just feels like it's inevitable what he's doing. 3 for 4 from downtown. The guy is a monster. I mean, in only 24 minutes of action, he put up 24 points. I mean, what are we doing, Cat? What are we doing? 24 points in 24 minutes. Absurd stuff. And I feel like OG Anunoby is one of the most, underrated players on this Knicks team. He is so good. Unbelievable. All the money we gave OG Anunoby is so worth it. He's earning every single penny. 16 points. The guy is playing like an all-star. I mean, chat, let me know in the comments. does OG Anunoby feel like he's playing at an all-star level? Because I don't know if it's just me, but this guy is playing hard. He is hitting all of his shots. He's probably leading the NBA in dunks. He is defending at a high level. OG Anunoby is elite, and I'm very, very happy that he's a Knick long-term. Mikal Bridges is getting more comfortable as a Knick as the season goes on. Another efficient night, 50% from the field, dropped 14 points, 5 assists. Josh Hart is another talking point where his offensive game is leveling up. Josh Hart's having a career season. I mean, Josh Hart's playing the best basketball of his entire life right now, which is really exciting. 14 points, 6 rebounds last night for Josh Hart. And then off the bench, how about Cameron Payne leading the way with 17 points and 7 assists? I mean, that is phenomenal stuff right there. If we can get Cameron Payne going, especially with Deuce McBride still out, that is phenomenal. We need bench help. We can't rely on our starting 5 to do everything. And it's awesome that we were able to have our bench really play a lot of minutes in this game and really impact the game a lot, because obviously we were winning a lot, so we were able to have that luxury. But how about Jericho Sims, man? He's the star of the bench. He's the star of the bench, right? I've been so critical of Jericho Sims all season. Knicks fans have been critical of Jericho Sims all season. How about that dunk he had, bro? That alley-oop, not alley-oop, it was a pick and roll bounce pass from Brunson, went up there, yammed it. He also finished with 7 points and 7 rebounds and a block. I mean, listen, in 19 minutes, that's all you need from Jericho Sims. I mean, Thibodeau sees something in Jericho. It's obvious. We all want Ariel Hook-Porty. I want him to play. We all want Hook to play. But why do we let's see what Jericho Sims got, because this is back-to-back games where I've been very impressed with Jericho. And I'm not a Knicks fan that's just going to write off Jericho and think like, yeah, he stinks, man. Get him off the court. Like, nah, I'm rooting for Jericho. Let's go out there and make some plays. Let's see if he can get more comfortable, because he's got some versatility on the defensive end. He can switch. He can match up laterally. He can guard the perimeter, right? He's very athletic. He has the raw potential. It's just a matter of him putting it together, and I feel like we're seeing it before our very eyes. I know it's against Washington, but maybe this can build some confidence, and we're waiting to see Jericho kind of unlock his game offensively. 7 points for Jericho Sims feels like it's a 20-point game. Am I wrong? Like, Jericho scoring 7 points feels like he dropped 30, right? I mean, that's because of his standard. All jokes aside, man, really, really happy for Jericho. But Pacome Dadier, the Knicks rookie, got 17 minutes. He put up 3 for 6 from downtown, 9 points from the three-point land, 2 assists, 3 rebounds for Pacome Dadier. I really like his stroke, man. I think Pacome Dadier is showing that he's very confident for his age. At 19 years old, I think the Knicks may have something in Pacome Dadier for the long run, man. I think that he's only going to get better and better with time. Very, very excited to see what he's got. Tyler Kolek off the bench had 17 minutes, 5 points, 3 dimes. And then Ariel Hook-Porty only had 6 minutes in garbage time and got 2 points and a rebound. But all in all, man, my biggest takeaways is definitely Jalen Brunson, because if he's playing this efficient and turnover free, because let's be honest, when the Knicks have been losing this season, right? The Knicks have not been perfect at all this year. We're now 2 games above 500. I think a big issue has been turnovers. Being lackadaisical with the ball, just being careless. And I feel like last night that was not the case. The Knicks were able to protect the ball. They were not turning the ball over at all. And I feel like that was a really, really good example of why the Knicks did it. 8 turnovers last night. All right, 8 turnovers. That is phenomenal stuff. And it starts with Jalen Brunson being able to facilitate the rock. And he's only getting started, baby. The MVP season starts now. Mark my words. Knicks fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments. That's my biggest takeaways from the New York Knicks. Dub over the Wizards. Let me know your thoughts. Hit the like button, folks. Let's get into it. Let's go, Knicks. Catch you guys next time. Shout out to BetUS as always. Peace out, everybody. Woo! On to the West Coast we go.